It's Tap In with TT on Hot 97, #1 for hip hop. My special guest today, Flau'Jae, is here.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
So excited to have you on the show.
I'm excited. What's up, New York?
Yes. Welcome to the Big Apple, girl. But this is not your first time here. Nah, because I've been seeing you make your media runs and whatnot.
Just doing a little bit. Get my face out there.
But your face kind of already been out there. I mean, you just won a championship. Hello.
Yeah, but like more like the media, you know what I'm saying? Because that was depressive its own, but just meeting the people behind it and just thanking them for helping me and hoping like we can do some bigger stuff. You know?
Oh, it must be nerve-wracking for you. Like, now that you're like, you won a championship, you have the spotlight on you, you getting verses from Lil Wayne. You know, your come up has been amazing you was on the rap game, right?
Yep.
And you were on America's Got Talent.
Yep.
How was Simon Cowell to you, by the way?
But he was really nice. He was really nice. Like, Simon just wants some talent, you know what I'm saying? He don't, like, but when he see talent, he know, you know what I'm saying? Whether it was singing or me rapping, you know what I'm saying? Which was different. So, Simon was cool.
Let's take it step by step, because going back, looking at those videos, you were such a baby back then. Like, you're still a baby now, but like your face and everything was like, oh my gosh, she's
it was
so
chunky,
young.
yeah. That's what people don't know. Like, everybody's like, oh man, I remember you from the rap game. And I was like, bro, you still remember me? I was like 12. It's just like a lot of growth coming from there.
Yeah.
But it's like that's how it is being in the spotlight since you was young.
Yeah.
People still remember you off that stuff.
But you're not afraid to take risk, which is a good thing.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. I think that's probably the most important thing.
Yeah.
And even when I do take those risks, you know, I got my team behind me trying to guide me, whether like, you know, that's the right thing or what. But I'm definitely a risk taker.
Yeah.
Push it forward.
But I also think too, like, you know, when you lose a significant person in your life, like your father, that you've been very vocal about on America's Got Talent and different platforms, that kind of makes you fearless, right? Like, I'm not afraid to accomplish anything if I went through that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, for me, like, I ain't had a chance to be scared, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, I'm from Savannah, Georgia. Like, you got to go get it, you know what I'm saying? You got to be you and you got to be loud. You got to be confident or you gonna get ran over, you know what I mean? So I think, like, just going through those things, it builds you as a person. So, like, just having that in your character, like, that's just that dog, I feel like.
Yeah, that needs
dog.
to, like,
yeah, most
get
definitely.
It. Yes. But you live between two alternate worlds, right?
Yeah.
So you play basketball full-time. So would you say basketball is, like, your full-time job, right?
I would say that. But music is, too. Because, like, I got to, like, as much as I produce in basketball, I got to produce that much in music.
But how do you balance it all? Because I feel like it's tough for you. And I've had this conversation with, like, the guys like Mikey Williams and a lot of different basketball players who really want to rap, right? Yeah. And they want to be artists, but it's so hard because there's this morale clause that you have to live by because of basketball, right? And certain things that you can't do. And there's also certain fans who may not understand the culture of hip hop music.
Right.
And so it's like playing beneath two worlds.
Yeah, and I think that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. Or, like, you know, that's the line that I'm walking on. But it's easier because, like, I push positivity in my music. So it's not like I'm out here saying I'm like gang banging or I'm like young boy or something trying to turn. Nah, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm pushing positive messages. I'm pushing motivation. I'm pushing peace. So I think that's how it's easier for me to navigate it. And just doing both is like just being disciplined in what I got to do. I know that, like, Coach Moki, she told me, like, I'll let you rap on your off time, but, like, when it's basketball season, you know what I'm saying? Basketball got to be your priority. So it's just knowing how to balance that and keeping the main thing.
Yeah. Yeah, because recently, I mean, we might as well just get into it. You had to make some apologies because of the viral video and the comments that were made about 9/11. But I will say, for people who don't understand the culture, they're not going to understand just play on words or metaphors and stuff like that because they don't come from the world of rap music.
Right.
But someone like myself who's watching it, I understood the metaphor, the punchline. I understood what you meant by that. But for someone in rural America who's just seeing you as a national championship player, they're not listening or understanding that. So for you, it's like, dang, like, you didn't mean to do that, but then it's like, damn, do I want to even do music?
Right, I think it's like that's what you were just saying with the cultures. So now, like, you're inviting different other people into the culture because you're playing basketball. You have basketball fans that's now music fans. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the thing for me. That's going to be, like, the sticky part for me because I never want to, like, like be intentionally or like disrespect somebody. You know what I'm saying? But I think it was like a misunderstanding. You know what I mean? And that whole situation was a learning experience though, for sure. You know what I'm saying? It was
Yeah.
definitely a learning experience. So now I know, like, with music and with basketball, with the platform that I have, I just got to be more aware. You know what I'm saying?
Because your generation is more scrutinized. There is a level of microphone on y'all because you guys live your life through social media. That's your generation. You put your highlights on there. You do your music is on there. That's how you get your stuff exposed, right? That's how you grow your fan base.
Right.
You use the power of social media. So it's like finding that balance between what you can say and do versus what to post, what not to post.
I never thought it would be that hard. Now I'm like, man, I just like, it's like, because like I still gotta be me at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't be out here like, I'm not gonna say this in my song. I'm not gonna make this type of music because I don't know what this nah, like I still gotta be me, and I still gotta push it forward and take those risks. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody's doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of the blueprint. So as I am messing up, figuring out, perfecting, you know what I'm saying? It's just going to be things that happen. And then that's just what's beautiful about the journey, because I'm going to look back and be like, okay, I figured out the right way to do it. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm just learning, like.
Yeah, I get it. And also people got to give you grace to make mistakes and learn.
Yeah.
Because at 19 years old, we've all made a lot of mistakes.
Right.
God forbid if a camera was open 24/7 when I was 19, I probably would have been canceled a long time ago, okay? Because I was the Wild Wild West at 19, all right? But it's interesting because I always said that I feel like you and the Barbie are going to be the ones to change the face of women's basketball. You guys are already doing that. You're competing. You're making people excited. You're making people want to watch the game again.
I think it is. I said that like the day of the championship game. Like when we won, I was like, this gonna change the game forever. Like this one game is gonna be the pivot for like women in sports. Really, not even women in basketball, just basketball in all sports. So I think that it's just like when you being yourself and like with the world that it is, like putting that spotlight on the women's, like it's
and
big
black
business.
girl magic.
It's a lot of magic. It's a lot of magic. And I think people really tuning into that. Not only that, but like we could really hoop. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is what we do for real. Like we take this serious, just as the men do. So
yeah.
I think it's important what we doing. I think it's pivotal, especially like with NIL and everything like that. Like leading that race is just amazing.
And being able to make money legally. Now that the laws have changed, the NCAA regulations, you guys can now make money. So what was your regimen growing up in Savannah, Georgia? Did your mom, and your family like keep you in like, okay, gym, basketball, school, and then studio, rap? Because your father was a rapper.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't even like, I really had like a real normal childhood. Like, I would go outside, play all day. I always played basketball though, like always with the boys. Like I would just be outside with the guys, just trying to run around, knees getting scratched up. You know what I mean? So I always had that. Like my mama finally told me that my dad was a rapper when I was around like probably 7, 8, and that's when I was like, I want to rap. You know what I mean? So once I was able to listen to his music and try to connect to him with that, I was like, I'm trying to rap. So Big Fifth and Roscoe, they started taking me to the studios. What was that, Black Ship? In Blackshire, had my first recording session. I remember it, and ever since then, I was just in the studio. But I always played basketball on the boys' team. Like I was in softball, baseball, basketball. So I always played sports. I cheered. I hated it, but I always was in sports. You feel me? But it was never no tight regimen until I started taking basketball serious. Probably like 10th grade. That's when I started driving myself to training, working out like 3-4 times a day, like every day for like 2 years. That's when I really started taking it serious.
And what was that moment like for you when you got the call, like, I'm going to LSU? And was that your top pick?
Yeah, it was my top pick. I was heavily recruited. Like, I had almost every offer that you could think of. Like, but I remember I seen Kim Mulkey was leaving Baylor, and I was like, I want to go play for her because I seen her on the TV, March Madness in the COVID year.
Yeah.
I was like, this lady crazy. Like, I want to play for her. You know what I'm saying? Like, she got that intensity. She yelling at the ref. She snapping. She going in. So I'm like, that's what I want to be around. And she a Hall of Fame coach. So I text Coach Chad. I was like, can you please get me on the phone with Mulkey? He set it up, and the rest was history. I went on a visit, and they took me to the studio. They had a stage set out on the football field. They just was popping it big time. Like
they're like, nah, we gonna make her take this.
You feel me? And they understood what I wanted to do, being a basketball player and a rapper, and they made it happen. So I was just like, this is perfect.
Wow, that's so good to be able to live out your dreams, bro. Like,
and have people support it.
and how many people can say that though? Like, I'm really living my dream at 19 years old.
I think sometimes I kind of like be forgetting. You know what I'm saying? Like forgetting to celebrate it because it be so much going on.
That's what I'm at. That was going to be my next question. Are you taking time to sit in it and like really feel it and accept everything that's coming your way?
I don't think I have yet because like my mind always, all right, what's next? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I done conquered it, now what's next? And I feel like that's what got me so far now that I am. Like I only at 19, all the stuff that I did, I'm always like, what's next? What's next? Like, what's the next big thing? Like my anxiety be like, all right, you did that, congratulations, but what's next? Like I got freshman of the year, I wanted that for so long, and I got it, and I was crying, and I was happy. 5 minutes later, okay, what's next? You know what I mean?
So, what was that moment like for you having freshman of the year?
Man, that was a big moment for me because that's something that I wrote on my vision board. Like I wrote it in championship and freshman of the year and 2 other things on my vision board. It's to see like all of 5 a.m.s and all of that come like true. I was like, wow, like the work really show. You know what I mean?
Can you speak about the power of visualizing yourself? Like,
man, it's like you almost gotta like. It's this what I call them like spurts because they don't come all the time. It's like these spurts of motivation that you get, and it's this feeling that you just can't explain. Like it's just like you could feel it. Like I could see my future. Like I could damn near touch it.
It's like God's presence.
It's like
there.
The presence is right
and
there,
and you just have to believe
and
it.
You gotta believe it. And I feel like once I get those spurts, like I hold on to that. And I just work, and I just work, and I just work, and I just work. And
because he's showing you the vision, right? He's showing you, hey, this is what it is.
I believe that you can, anything you want to do, like, you can just think of it, and then you can put the work in, and it can happen. Yeah. That's why I believe that, because I said I want freshman of the year. I said, now, what do I got to do to get freshman of the year? Okay, you got to work out 3 times a day. You got to do this. You got to do this with your studio. You got to go to study hall. You got to go to tutoring. But you got to get them 3 work in a day. So I wake up 5 o'clock, boom, that's my first shooting workout. After my first class, 10 o'clock, boom, that's my neck workout. Wow. After practice, boom, I got another workout. You know what I'm saying? So I already had my mindset that was what I wanted to do, and I planned how to do it, and it just happened.
And that takes an incredible amount of discipline.
Discipline and consistency. I got it written on my mirror.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I like this quote. It says, you pay the price for doing it, you pay the price for not doing it. Either way, you pay the price. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
wow. Say that again, because I think that's quote. A gem that people really need to understand. Because either way, you're going to pay a price.
You want regret or you won't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, that's what I tell my son all the time. You're going to have a consequence, whether it's a positive one or a negative one. It is going to be a consequence. Right. You choose which outcome you want.
Nice.
Because you're in control of the boat. You're the driver of it.
That's why I feel like how I got everything, because I feel like I had to step out and do it. And when I didn't want to do it, my mama made me do it. So either way, it was getting done. You know what I mean? So, yeah, for sure.
What is something your mom forced you to do that you absolutely did not want to do?
Oh, man, okay, I'm going to tell y'all a quick story. I told my mom, I'm just the best decision she ever made. I was like, Mama, I don't want to rap no more. I just want to play basketball, bro. Like, I ain't going to blow up. They ain't listening to my music. You know what I'm saying? I was mad. I was frustrated. She was like, oh, you not stopping rapping. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I was like, I don't want to do it. She was like, okay, how about you do both?
Wow.
And I was like, all right, bro, I'll do both. And who would have thought doing both would have let me in? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Because it was like a point, I was like 13, coming off the rap game. Folks was talking about me. They was trolling. They was hating on me. I was on Twitter then. I should have never been on Twitter. Reading all that stuff. I was like, I don't want to do this no more. And she's like, just do both.
Yeah. So I guess, like, that's my next question too, is how do you fundamentally lock in when you have so much access to the comments? You got comments on from analysts and reporters on the news, right? Yeah. Then you got trolls on Instagram. Yeah. Then you're getting comments on the music side, comments on the basketball side. How do you mentally lock in to block all of that out?
Man, I think, like, now that's something I'm figuring out, because I done been in the limelight, but never at this level before. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a way different level. So, dealing with, like, the 9/11 stuff, I had all kind of crazy messages and people, like, saying some crazy stuff to me. And I was like, damn, like, you know what I mean? Like, I had to take a second. Like, I'm getting off social media. I ain't with it. But I think, like, I just got to stay focused on my goal. And, like, I got to prove myself right, not them wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm proving myself right, then I'm on the right track.
Because the rap game is definitely more harder on women, just being on the executive side. In the talent side, I see young girls who come into the game, young as you, hype as you, and I see what the industry can turn them into if they fall into it. And for you, it's like, damn, like you have both sides of the fence that you have to manage as a 19-year-old young lady, still figuring out who you are as a woman and who you want to be.
Right.
And so a lot of that can, like, if you allow it to, it can impact your game on the court. It can impact how you make music. Yeah. And so that locking in is so important.
I feel like that's going to be the difference maker for my whole career.
Absolutely, it is.
You know what I'm saying? The mental aspect. I feel like that's going to be the difference maker because everything, I think basketball is 90% mental. Music is 90% mental. It's never physical. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to be in physical, you're going to be in shape because that's what you got to do. But, like, if your mental not there, everything is going to be off.
But I think that's what you have an advantage over anybody else coming into the rap game is because you have a mental toughness because of sports that will help. Because, music is another level of sports. It's just you're playing in a different arena.
Right.
But I think your advantage would be that part because you can tap in mentally.
Exactly. And that's why people thought, like, that's why people thought I wasn't going to be coachable in college, right? Mm-hmm. They was like, does she have that discipline? Does she have this? Does she, you know what I'm saying? Like, can she set aside ego? You know what I mean? So that's what, in the recruitment process, a lot of coaches didn't want to recruit me because they're like, can we coach her? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is she going to be too big for the program? But people don't know the discipline that you have in sports can take you a long way in life as well. That's why I'm able to get up at 5 and schedule out my day and blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Because I have that discipline.
And structured and disciplined in that. And also knowing your position, right? Know when to be the star, know when to pass the ball around, knowing when to create stars, knowing when to fall back and play your part. Like, that's a balance.
And a lot of people can't do that. And a lot of people don't, like, they get, like, jealous more so instead of let people, like, be them or let people shine. Like, you know what I'm saying? I always been the type to, like, if I'm at the table and everybody got a plate, like, I don't want to just be eating. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see I'm eating and y'all just looking at me. Everybody get a plate. So that's why it's, like, dope for me. Like, my teammate, Angel Reese, she probably, like, the biggest star. Like, you know what I'm saying? The basketball star. And I'm like, I love that. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, she doing her own thing for women's basketball. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's never been a thing for me. It's like I want to see everybody win. Like, it's enough for everybody.
Yeah, it really is.
It's a lot out here.
It's a lot. And once you see behind the curtains, which I'm sure you're now seeing, you see even more than what you saw first going into LSU. Right. You see now, like, holy crap! Like, I can do this 10 times more than I ever thought I could do.
Exactly. And then that's just why, like, you just gotta. I think, like, it's just gonna be keeping just that relationship with God and just staying humble, like, really. Because, like, if you get too much ego, you get too inflated, you got to be brought down a notch.
And then having a right circle of family and friends around you, that's important too, right?
Most definitely.
Yeah. How was your circle? How were they pouring into you?
Man, first of all, I want to give a shout out to my circle real quick. First, we got Momager. She's been with me since the beginning. We've been doing this thing probably like a decade now. Des, my publicist, she's right hand. She just handle everything, Miss Day to Day. We got G Cope. He run music. We got Zach, music management. We got our road manager, Kilo, always doing whatever we need to do, video, anything like that. So I got a strong team, like, who really support everything that I do. You know what I'm saying? And they guide me in the right position, whether I like it or not. Like, we be arguing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing this. They're like, yes, you are. I don't like this. Yes, you do. You know what I'm saying? So just having that, it's like a family vibe. And, like, I know that they all just really want what's best for me. And we building something big. So having that team is the most important. I think when it was me and my mama, it was much more stressful. But now she has Des, who's like the best publicist in the game, to take, like, a lot off of her. You know what I'm saying? So we're able to get more done and be more efficient. So team is definitely important. Can't do nothing without my team.
Yeah. You seem so lovely and sweet. I could sit here and talk to you all day, all night.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate
what are you dreaming next though? Like, what's the next dream for you?
The dream is like the ultimate dream is the Grammys. But, like, I go short term, long term. My short term goal, I want to put out this EP. I want to sell out a show.
When is the EP dropping?
In the summer. In the middle of the summer. I'm getting a date on, like, a single. You know, these features be taking a little time to come in. You know what I'm saying? But, middle of summer, the project going to drop. And I think this going to shock the world. It's going to be called Best of Both Worlds. Okay. And it's going to be dope.
Okay. You saw Shaq put out a song recently?
Oh man, I told Shaq, I told Uncle Shaq, man, we got to do something for the culture, for the LSU culture. Uncle Shaq hit me up. That's my man. What's that?
That's so funny.
No, for
Shaq
real.
with the bars.
Acting a fool out here.
Dame Dollars too, he trying to put some records out.
Yeah, most definitely. We actually had something, but I got busy with the national championship, so I'm gonna hit Dame, and we definitely gonna.
He can
Dame
rap,
is
though.
cold.
Yeah, he can rap. He can
Dame is
definitely go.
cold.
He could definitely rap.
Most definitely.
Yeah, I always be teasing the guys. I'm like, why y'all want to come over here? Y'all got millions of dollars.
No, for sure.
Why y'all want to come over here? You know,
The love of music. Music
it's
is
the
powerful.
love. What's your degree gonna be?
I'm changing it right now to business, but right now it's interdisciplinary studies, like a minor in communication, marketing, and business. But I want to major in business, and did like a minor in entrepreneurship. So I'm changing it for sure.
Okay, all right. And do you have any like businesses you're thinking off the top of your head you want to open up?
Yeah, like I'm definitely gonna start. I have a record label called Flau'Jae Entertainment. It's ran by my mom and G, but like alongside her agency TFNA management. But I want to start my own record label, parent company, then have apparel, video production, and things like that.
So you got your own Tasha Mack on your hand, huh?
You know what I'm saying? It's coming soon. It's gonna be insane. I'm letting you know that now.
She got her sports agency. She building up. She gonna manage a couple of rappers. You know what I'm saying? She gonna do it all.
I'm in 19 right now, so by 25, I gotta have a building. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be
You gonna
legit.
get it.
Most
I mean, you
definitely.
19, you gonna get it. Just like them features. You got Lil Wayne on your phone. You know, like, can you tell me who else is gonna be on the EP?
I'm looking at right now. Hopefully, I get the NLE Chopper song.
You'll get it.
I got my boy Too Rare. We working on something. I love his vibe.
You know, NLE Chopper is one of my favorite rappers.
Bro,
of this
Have you ever
generation.
seen him perform?
Oh no, he's crazy.
Have you ever seen him perform?
Insane, absolutely,
That man
insane.
he brought me out at one of his shows. This man going crazy doing his dance. I'm like, this man is a real performer. Like, I love his energy.
Bars though, that boy can rap. I always tell people like, yo, he can really rap.
Let me tell you something. Even better than a movie. I mean, better than the music, better than the performance. His energy as a person.
Yeah,
like,
he's a nice guy.
Genuine guy. Love his
Absolutely.
mom. It's all love this way.
Yeah, he's a friend to the show. He's been up here a few times, and he's like simply amazing. And Mama Chopper don't play no
Mama
games.
Chopper don't play the radio.
Mama Chopper don't play no games. She will get you straight in a minute.
Most deaf. Her and my mom was kicking it. The mama managers.
Yeah, the mama managers. Absolutely. Y'all got your little circle of mama managers. Yeah. Well, listen, anytime you want to stop by, please come back. When the EP comes out, you got to come back by the show. You officially tapped in.
I'm tapped in.
So we play this little game. Are you down to play it?
Let's play.
You got to be down to play it. I can't tell you it. Just got to say yes, you're going to play it or not.
I'm going to play it. Come on.
Okay. So you have to unlock your phone. And you have to give it to me, and I get to read your last text or your last DM.
Hey, yo!
No, you can't delete. You can't delete.
I'm not deleting.
You can't delete. Okay. Let's see.
My last DM.
Last DM.
It's
last
actually
DM.
Angel.
Oh, it's Angel. It's not fair. Her last DM is Angel, and she puts a kissy hot emoji on. Nothing good, guys. Nothing good. Oh, man. Oh, man.
She thought she was going to catch me
I
slipping.
thought I was going to catch her slipping. I thought she going to have a little Wayne in her DMs or something. A little deep pic, something up in there. Nothing but some heart emojis. She is definitely keeping it cute.
Most definitely.
Well, listen, thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you for playing our game.
Thank you so much. I'm tapped in. You know it.
All right, it's Hot 97.